All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. The next 24-hour temperature cast going to be a lot like the past 24-hour temperature cast was. I think we can get highs near 80, maybe up over 80. All depends on how quickly we get out from all this fog. The longer that fog is stubborn and lingers, the harder it will be for those temperatures to get going. I think we're going to keep all this same sort of setup around again into tomorrow. We'll start looking for some change with a new boundary that hopefully gets here on Wednesday, and maybe it can finally bring with it a decent shot at some showers. Right now, I'd say that's still iffy. Need to see a few more things come together. We'll have updates of this forecast over the next couple of days as we see how things start coming together. Got clouds along the Gulf Coast region right now. Got plenty of fog across the area, and that's going to be something we deal with maybe all the way till 9, 10 o'clock this morning. We're at 50 in Thomasville, 60 in Valdosta. It's 63 to get started in Tallahassee. If there's a breeze, it's light and it's variable. I don't think it's going to be a breezy day by any stretch. We've got a pretty big variety of temperatures from that 50 in Thomasville or some 52s in Bainbridge and in Moultrie to a 64 in Perry and a 66 at Alligator Point. It's 59 in Quincy. It's 57 in Monticello. It's 61 in Hamilton. Now, there's that breeze, not much of one. We've got all this moisture around, so we're going to find visibility numbers frequently down below 1 mile. Places like Quincy and Bluntstown down near 0. Tallahassee and Perry and Live Oak and Valdosta, we're all talking about a half mile or a quarter mile or lower visibility. So that's why we have the dense fog advisory all across the board. It's going to stick around till 9, 10 o'clock this morning. So for your morning commutes, for your morning travel plans, especially if you've got air travel in your plans, double check and make sure that everything's going according to schedule. Way out here to the west, we see some showers, some decent rains moving through parts of Oklahoma and Arkansas. And what we'll see up there, maybe even up towards areas of Missouri, is going to be this next batch of energy. Hopefully, it's going to stay strong enough and close enough to drive this next cool front through the area on Wednesday. And if we can get the instability that we need, which I think we should have some of, we should be able to find at least some scattered showers, maybe even a couple of thunderstorms. Not region-wide, big-time soaking rains, which is really what we need, and certainly no kind of drought-busting rainfall accumulations here. But this boundary should be able to bring some rain to parts of the Gulf Coast and the Deep South. I'm hoping it holds together to give us a taste on Wednesday. We'll have to watch and see how it all does come together, so we'll have updates for you. Here's the Futurecast. Lots of clouds, lots of humid for today, tonight, tomorrow night. As we get to Wednesday, here comes that boundary, trying really hard to bring some showers. It still at this point feels like the best chances for the most rain are going to be north and west of our area, but I do think we could at least get some on Wednesday. And then the winds turn back around. Here comes some drier and cooler air for the second half of the week. Should be a pretty nice looking forecast for Thanksgiving Day and beyond. The tropics remain super quiet. I still see nothing going on anywhere out there. So we're coming down to the last week of the Atlantic hurricane season. It's been going out nice and quiet. Let's hope it continues that way. On the Gulf today, we've got that fog. We've got the light winds. We're talking breezes east and south, less than 12 knots, seas less than 2 feet. So pretty good out there for the boaters. Just got to deal with that fog. And there's going to be plenty of it till 9, 10 o'clock this morning. 50s and 60s for temperatures. I think this afternoon, depending on when we get through that fog and what kind of sunshine we see or how stubborn those clouds are, probably going to be a lot of upper 70s for daytime highs. Maybe if you can get up over 80, it will be a little bit muggy out there, not feeling like the week of Thanksgiving. We'll shoot for 60 overnight tonight. I think the muggy and the foggy continues, so similar setup to start tomorrow. And then as we get to Wednesday, we're looking for that next boundary to try and bring with it some shower chances. I want to turn those rain chances up. I can't do it just yet. We'll see if maybe tomorrow morning we can feel a little bit better about those opportunities to get wet. On Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, looks like a real nice one. Maybe getting a little bit breezy out there at times as we get the sun out and we start to clear out some of the humid. And that should bring in some slightly cooler air for Friday and the weekend. Maybe some chilly mornings by Friday and the weekend. We got plenty of time to fine-tune that for you.